Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Have another shave of the day, and today we're going to be delving into some PAA's Twee. Yes, it's their spring edition of, was it Irish Tweed? Smells really nice. Almost kind of like Irish Spring. Also, it's like the Irish Springs and this one are very similar in scent. Nice little green color there. So I figure since things are turning kind of a brown and gold and everything, fall has hit here in Iwegia, I figured, what the heck, I'm going to go back to spring for a second. All right. And then we're going to be using Edwin Jagger with some Gillette Wilkinson blades. Nice little combination, worked great for me. And then we'll follow up with some Wild Country from Avon. Oh, I like this scent. This is really good. Now, like I said, if you like Pinaud Clubman, imagine something that's even richer and more bold smelling. This is it for you. All right. Let's see. You definitely smells really nice on the puck. It lathered up pretty nicely, too. This probably could use a little. I put a lot of water in it. Just keep soaking it up. So eventually you get to the point where, all right, I'm going to get my shave going. And I got roughly 26 hours of growth on. So more than enough for a shave for me. Let's see. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, you got that scent that comes across. It's kind of a more richer Irish Springs, I'd say. So if you like Irish Spring soap, next time this is available, get the Irish Springs and this. This would be good. Nice little combination. And I suppose next year when the time comes, I might get a splash or something to match it out if they do that again. And this is the very first use of this Wilkinson blade. Is at its sharpest. And it seems to be doing a good job. I can hear it. It's like I noticed that every blade has its distinctive sound. You can use them in the same razor and you end up with different sounds, each one. Now, some razor blades seem to be slightly more thicker. And others are a little more thin, so you get more of a ringing sound out of it. You can hear that working now. And if you're new to the channel, thank you. Appreciate the new subscribers. And you may be asking why I go this way across my neck. Is like, isn't that, across the grain? No, that's actually with the grain and against the grain and, across the grain. Because I got my neck from here to here is all swirly. So it doesn't matter what direction I go there. After many years of shaving, my first shave I had was in December of 1978. Wasn't much of a shave, it wasn't much on my face, but it was enough for my dad to say, hey, it's time for you to start shaving. You start getting the little stubble and little patchy fur coming across your face. I'm just curious how many people were around in 1978. That's the question. How many subscribers were around in 1978? I know some of you were. Man, time flies. I have to tell you that much. It's like 1978. At this time, I was in junior high. That scent is wonderful. Smells good. Kind of harken back to It's like I was talking, my wife and I were talking last night. We plan out our spring planting season type of thing because we got flower beds and stuff, and I'm the one in charge of making sure that they all grow and get planted and where they need to be. And she was like, "Oh, I like this or I like that." And last night we were talking about stuff, and I bought a bunch of seeds, which I'm gonna. What the heck is that? Well, they're balloon flowers. Look up balloon flowers. They look like little balloons before they open up. It's like a Japanese or Chinese lantern, you know, kind of like how they look. Then they open up and they go into a nice flower. We have some, and I was like, we couldn't figure out what they were called for the longest time, and I just happened to be floating over, was it I think it was Burpees or something like that, one of the seed places, and I was like, those are the things, those are those flowers. It's like we bought them once, love them, and I have never seen them again in the stores. So, and it's been 10 plus years ago when I bought the things and put them in. They grow great. They're perennial. Grow really nice here in our environment. They slowly expand because they drop seeds, and they're slowly creeping out from where they originally were planted. And I found it was like, aha! So I went and just bought 100 seeds. I was like, I'm gonna put them in flats and start them. And I told my wife that, and she was like, "Oh, wonderful!" It's like normally she kind of box it whenever time I buy stuff, especially when it comes to plants. It's like, you spend $200 a year just on flowers. I'm like, yeah. You like the house the way it looks, right? And he's like, last year was kind of a bust though, because when we had the new siding on, the guy said, yeah, they said that when they put the siding up, they were going to put framework up and everything to keep, from stepping on everything. These guys were like bulls in a china closet. They just trampled everything, and everything I planted, it was like crushed. And I complained to the manager who put everything up, and they kicked us back a little bit of money to pay for the cost of what they crushed, but I wasn't too happy. So that is one thing I will be doing. Yeah, it was like the Paul H, was it Humphrey, I think his last name is. He's got a nice channel, and he's always showing flowers from his garden. His wife grows really nice flowers. He's always has on display. And right now I have a whole bunch of hibiscus flowers in the kitchen because the season is getting down to the point where that heavy killing frost is going to happen any day, and I cut the tops off because they'll die down, and I gotta mulch them and everything to keep the root ball fine so they come up again in the winter, summer, spring. And I brought the tops in, and they're blooming in the kitchen right now. My wife came home from work, or not from work, she came in from what do you call it? She went out to the store yesterday, and she comes walking in, and she's like, stop. Oh, you brought them in. It's like a big old bouquet of just color. It's like the thing about hibiscus, the flowers aren't good for like a day, sometimes 2, occasionally 3, but but they so prolific blooming things that you get a lot of. It's like during the summertime, the hummingbirds like crazy. I love those things. Oh yeah, blade is working good. I really like this Edwin Jagger. If I had found this Edwin Jagger razor back in the day, this would be a daily driver for me. That's how much I like this thing. Same way it goes for the Mercor 34C, or even King C Gillette. I don't need an aggressive razor. Some people like them where they peel your face off. I can't do that, no. But this is a nice, easy going razor. And you combine it with a halfway decent blade and it works good. Heck, I put a feather blade in this and it was like just nice and smooth. One spot. There we go. Yeah, you can hear that blade. It's singing a song. Yeah, when you're sit there and it's like most of the days of the week I'm shaving just by myself, not in front of a camera. And it's just kind of nice to, when you hear that blade working, doing its job. You know that you gotta sound like the wind's picking up out there. They're talking about possibly rain or something later in the week. We need it. Last week we had a bunch of rain. I think we had like 3 inches. But we're still in drought conditions. It's been, I think we're like 12 inches under what we should be. I think we're in what, La Nina conditions. So we got cold water off the coast, Pacific coast, and that changes your weather pattern. So you get, we don't get the jet stream directly over top of us. We end up more with high pressures, and so it's drier. But it's, you know, we're in the Great Plains here. So it stands to reason that you will have dry seasons. In usually July and August is our dry season, and it goes actually through September. You do get rain events in August, but not too often. So but most of the crops are being harvested, like the beans. They're getting harvested in September. Corn is usually October. Alright, I think we got it. Yep, we're good. Nice shave. pro tip. Always remember, make sure you get behind your ears. Nothing worse than having a bunch of soap on the back of your ears. People are like, what's that? Oh, soap. Okay, Avon Wild Country. Come on. Got a built-in glass restrictor, so it comes out. It just takes more effort. Wow, that smells so good. Nice little combination there. Complements each other. So Avon Wild Country. There you go. Or yeah, that's like there. So if you can find it like through Amazon, those places like that. All right, we had PAA Tweed or Twee. It's like Irish tweed. That's really nice scent. It's on par with the Irish Spring style soap. So it's really nice. And then we followed up with, here we got the Edwin Jagger with some Wilkinson blades from Gillette. Nice combination. Knock the old beard right down. I really like this razor. So that is it. That's the shave of the day. Hope everybody liked this one. Hit the old subscribe button if you're new and you like what you're seeing. And leave a comment down below. And we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.